How is disk operating system based programming different than Windows based programming? Have you ever thought about that? So here are the explanation according to me, according to my research or according to my studies. The first thing is that it is majorly categorized. We can categorize it into three parts. The first is, and this categorization, the first categorization is obviously based on the programming, because in programming overview these things changes. So the DOS programs, what they do, they have to bother about the details of the hardware they are running on. Secondly, they have to bother about Windows programs details and its functionalities, while Windows programs are not required to bother about the hardware being used. They don't depend on the hardware. They are hardware independent, the Windows programs. As a result, the programming can now spend time in writing code for the application rather than for the hardware on which the application is going to run. Programming, it works like that. It works like this. Okay, in Windows it doesn't depend on the hardware. It depends on the programming and its results. Okay, it depends on the results. Okay, already the programs are written, just you have to execute that and the result will be outputted to you. That's how the difference between the DOS and the Windows. There's a difference between DOS and the Windows. Also, the DOS programmers are under the constant fear that if the hardware on which the programs are running changes, then the program may crash. So there are various programs which the programs which are written by the programmers on the hardware, it will simply crash, right? Why? Because if the hardware is changing, then you have to rewrite the whole DOS program for that hardware. Okay, but the Windows program, whereas so how is Windows different from that? Are not bothered by the change in the hardware. They are never bothered by the change in the hardware, because it is the Windows operating system itself which takes care of the changes. Okay, it takes care of this change. And next is a disk operating system based program does a job a step at a time, calling the operating system as and when required. As against this, the Windows program waits till it receives a message from the Windows operating system about occurrence of an event, like say hitting a key from a keyboard or clicking a mouse button. And the DOS, it never calls a program. It never calls a program running like it, under it, running under it. Contrary to this, Windows does call a program running under it. This calling is done directly by calling the window procedure, which is part of every window program. Alternatively, the program window places messages in a queue notifying the program about the occurrence of an event. The message from the queue are ultimately handled by the window procedure. Okay, I hope you have understood this. and keep learning, keep teaching, and keep exploring. If you like this, like, share, and subscribe. I'm just teaching this for education purpose. Okay, there is no monetization in this. But if I get the chance to get monetized, I will do that, inshallah. Because I really need money. We all need money to keep up our expenses, to do sadaqah, to have a family prestige, and various things, right? So money is obviously required. So I will be posting, but if I get monetization opportunities, I will also do that. But I will do the halal monetization opportunities, not the haram ones, because halal monetization will contribute to the development of a nation. Okay, but the haram monetization always contributes to the destruction of a nation. So keeping mind about the development of nation, I would love to monetize this channel. Okay, if someone is interested in posting their videos or selling their products, I'm ready to sell their products, but the halal way, not the haram way. Thank you for approaching. Yes.